Yeah, that's definitely meant to be green. But it's not. Hello, it's another SM video. Yay. This is actually going to be a really short intro for this SM video, but then this will be a full SM Sundays episode. It's just this little bit of it is only going to be, well, not very long. Basically, I've got the camera out because this is a momentous occasion. Not like starting it up or getting the engine out or anything, just no. It's the little rack on the front there. I figured out how it comes off and it is ready to remove, and I thought I would share this amazing moment with you. Yeah, I figured this out. Basically what I've done is I've unshipped the pipework from the pipe from the pressure regulator to somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where that goes. I mean, it's only a 4.5mm pipe, and that does a lot. But yeah, okay. I did remove the air conditioning compressor from the rack, but it turns out I didn't actually need to. You can leave it in there, but it wasn't that hard to do. And the rack is actually, this is really clever. A little bit of me was thinking, like, this doesn't look that easy to remove because the gearbox mount and everything is quite integral to holding the whole thing in. Only it isn't the gearbox mount. I'll show you it when it comes out. It's actually quite clever. Quelle surprise. Yeah, so take the air conditioning pump off, which is fine because that won't be going back on anyway. Even if I was to commission the air conditioning on this car, which I probably will, I'm not going to use that pump because that's one of the old piston pumps. And they put a lot of load on the jack shaft, or the drive shaft, whatever you call this, which has been removed. Look. Complete with fixings and... oh, God. It's just... yeah, it's all come out. It's all not... there we go. Getting deja vu with Hillman Imp drive shafts here, but... yeah. There we go. So that is the jack shaft that runs from the engine to the rack to drive all the bits. The belts have been off for the first time in God knows how long, and there's no cracks in it. The fluid that's come out of some of the hydraulics, and if I give this little pump pulley a spin, yeah, the colour of the fluid coming out of here should not be red if I do this. A mild concern. That said, it is pumping fluid, which is good. The fluid is also very clear and red, which is good, because if it had eaten lots of bits of the system, it wouldn't be red, it would be like horrible and black. So, yeah, there is a chance that the rest of it's okay. But yes, the moment has come. So what I've discovered is, if I zoom you out slightly, so this is the rack here, I believe it's called the rack. And you've got, I'm guessing that's an 11mm fix in there and one there. And I think you just unbolt, from what I can see, I don't know this, I haven't looked at any instruction manuals at all when I'm doing all this. I'm just sussing it out as I go and potentially breaking it, but it looks to me like you undo that, and that tray sort of lifts up and slides off of these sort of tong or tangs, would you call that, with a rubber insulator there, because obviously there's a lot of vibration in all of that there. I suppose the pump's cutting in and out, aircon pump, rather, suspension pump or hydraulic pump, alternator, and then you've got a spring-loaded coupling there and a rubber coupling here, and you've got vibrations from the engine. So they're trying to isolate all of this stuff from the chassis, but also kind of isolate it from the engine, but while allowing it to be driven by the engine. So I think there's going to be some bushes under there and there. So undo those two and just the whole thing should come off. And I've disconnected the return for the pressure regulator there, the service return, the one that flows a lot of fluid, because you can't get to it. It goes in under here. That one can stay in. Yeah. Well, I'll give it a go. Right, well, you join me for a momentous occasion. I've disconnected the speedo cable and connected it to a drill. I'm not going to try and clock the car. I want to know if the speedo works, and if it does, this could be the first time this speedo's worked in 30 years. So, just so you know, I'm not doing anything dodgy. Look, there's the mileage. 49971. Right. Hand on the drill. It works! It lives! Yes! I can't stop playing with it. Look, I've put 0.2 miles on it now. I need to stop. It works. Result. Right, now that I've stopped faffing about with the speedo cable, which used to go in here, I'm slowly removing things from the front of the car. I'm not going to film everything because it'll just take forever. But basically, wiring loom. I've gone wiring loom. I've got the voltage regulators out now. The wiring looms, the brake calipers is out. There's a connector that goes to the side of the gearbox, which I'm reluctant to undo because I can't easily sort of mark down which way around the pins go. I've taken out the steering valve thing, which is going to be very rare. Oh, and it's leaking. Look, red fluid coming out of it. I might flush that through with some LHM. I mean, if there's any damage done, the damage is done. But that is a seriously rare component, I would imagine, because it would, in theory, only be fitted to automatic SMs, of which there were not many. So, yeah. But that went up there, I believe. That's right, it did. So, yes, I shall go through that. I've removed... obviously, speedo cable, bits of wiring, parts of the main loom that goes over to the fuse box. I'm going to leave, well, fuse box, relay pack, if you like, on that inner wing. I'm going to leave the relays in place and leave the wiring on those because of all the connectors. I think the majority of them are down there, and it's easier to figure out where the wires are meant to go than to remember what. I've got a bank of relays, and I don't know what they'll do. And 4 identical plugs, so it's easier just to leave it all connected to that, and then I can go back to that at some point. So currently I'm doing the hose for what I think is the gearbox heat exchanger. The kind of, it's what goes up into the pipe up here, and I imagine that what's going to happen when I DC this is, which means disconnect. I think it's going to lose some fluid. And the fluid that comes out of here should actually be red. So we have a problem with this if it's black or green. The hose has completely given up. It is, to be fair, 51 years old. So here we go. That was slightly anticlimactic. Okay, so there's nothing coming out of that. Nothing at all. Right. Okay, let's try the other one. So I'm going to remove the connectors from the gearbox rather than the hose, I think, because if I leave them on the hose, I'll be able to figure out which way around they went easier, and you'll be able to retain them and use them for patterns and... well, it's just the way I've chosen to do it, so I don't think there's really a right or a wrong. In fact, they'll have to both come off at some point anyway, because I'm going to have to paint that pipe up there. Can't be leaving it like that. The hose clips have amazingly all come undone. No more snapped fixings today. Even the brake pad wiring connectors, warning wire connectors, were intact. That is absolutely bonkers. It's like it's turning into a bit of a museum piece. It's got probably got a lot of original connectors on it that most of them don't have anymore. That is going to be a pig to get off. Right, I can't find my knife anywhere, so I'm just going to use these to gently persuade it. That is some old school pipe. There you go, I think that's got it. Ooh, bit of a drip on that one. A drip is it. That is literally all that's coming out of it. Okay, so yeah, that must be the... Oh, scratched it. Yeah, that must be the cooler of some sort for the gearbox. Should now be able to... Oh, that is pinch tight in there. Oh, there goes my speedo cable. Oh, yeah, that top hose ain't going to be used again. It feels pretty thick. Well, I don't know, actually. It's soft. I mean, it's quite old. Although, it looks like it's got... coolant still in it. And it's... How would you... You bugger! So you can't see all the chaos happening here. There we go. Look at the size of that. So that's the bit that goes to the engine. Looks like it's got like wrapping there from like a Citroen parts bag or something. It's quite soft there, and then it's sort of coil wound here. Some scratchy marks there. I'm wondering if that's rodent related. It's actually not bad though. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, something fell off. Can you see? Probably not. Chasson. And then that says 92. 92. Now, would that be a date? Chasson, I should say. Or I'm guessing. I don't know. Is that... What do you reckon, classic Citroen people? 92? Is that a date stamping? Is that a replacement part? Could that have been a part of a wrapper for a replacement part? Could this have gone to the scrapyard and Brim's Autos of Kenton, Ohio, did they try getting it back on the road? Did they make it work? Well, who knows? I certainly don't. Oh wow, got a bit more access now. A lot more access now. That is the coolant return on the radiator. That is that's the connector for the brake pad warning loom, low level warning light. So I just need to, I'm going to need to do a little bit of, yeah, I need to do a little bit of housekeeping, I think. What's that there? Is that a breather? Might be a breather for something. Okay. Jolly good. Progress. Right, I'm going to do something I'm slightly nervous about. I'm going to try and undo the unions on the oil cooler. Yeah, I'm nervous because what if metal comes out with the oil? That would not be good. And what if it doesn't come undone at all? God bloody hell. Yeah, maybe maybe I should have tried undoing these when it was all bolted in. There's a bolt missing up there. I could put one of those back in, I suppose. But I mean, I'm going to use a different oil cooler. That one will be gummed up. And that looks like a fairly universal design. And I'm going to make new pipes as well, or get new pipes. So, have I got... Can I just tighten that up? Yes. Yeah. Oh, I've removed the bolts completely. That was dumb. Right. God. I don't want to put too much. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. Yeah, I'm marginally nervous about this. Well, there's oil in it, that's a good sign. Wow, that is black. That is blacker than my soul. God. Smells like old oil. It's a good sign. I mean, it's not going to drain the whole engine like this, but that looks pretty good. Looks old and black, but I'm slightly concerned about that pipe. Because if that coolant pipe's been changed and they were trying to get it on the road or trying to get it working and someone was trying to fix it, why did it not go back on the road? Or maybe it did. I mean, I only know for sure that this was at the scrapyard. I only have evidence of it being at the scrapyard. And it's not even 100%, it's about 99% from 2014. But of course we have the anecdote or the information from Minor Dickerson, as per one of the history videos I did on it. Oh no, he gave it to Bruce Chesser. Bruce Chesser took it to the scrapyard, or took it to get fixed because it had a problem. That's why he got given the car, and he ended up leaving it at the scrapyard, thinking they were just going to scrap it because it was too far gone. So, yeah, who knows? But I just worry a little bit that, well, it might not actually be a big deal. It might be that they tried, or someone's tried repairing it, and like then they couldn't sell it. Like they, no one wanted it, or the proprietor of the scrapyard might have thought, oh, I'll fix it up and I'll have that, and he did a bit of work on it, and then, oh, I'll do the rest of it later, and it never got done. Could be something innocent, or it could be hell on earth. I could be about to be in for some serious pain, but, you know. Actually, really good condition. Maybe I don't need to change it. No! What's this bolted on with? Is it bolted on, or is it just... I didn't think this was still going to be... Oh, it isn't. It's just stuck. Bloody hell. Right. Oh, God, it's all... Right. Let's just regain ourselves for a minute, shall we? Let's just get some semblance of competency. Right. Right, that bracket can now come off. I didn't even, like, gingerly or tentatively check whether that was going to come undone or not. I just assumed it would. That's not good, is it? I'm going to get complacent. Right. There's a panel there. Wow, it's still got all the original brown on it, look. Those fixings can go together with that. And looks good in there. Coming out, but difficult to get to, that. There we go. The electricity board, that's what I'm going to call that. Right. That'll do for now. I don't need to clear up. There is a mess, but I'll be coming in tomorrow to carry on working on it. So I'll see you tomorrow, which will be in a few minutes. No, it won't even be that. It'll be seconds. It'll be like now.